What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing great. Baby's doing great. Mom's doing great. She's kind of sore, but that's to be expected. We are going to be doing Raw again. We're back. We will probably be back with our regular programming from here on out because we got everything squared away with the little girl. I'll give you an update here in a minute, but that's not what this stream is about. So that being said, let me do my introductions for everybody. Actually, give me a second because I got to shut off my fucking camera on Skype. There we go. And
turn it back on there. Second window.
Second window.
There you go.
Okay. There we go. That.
There you go.
And then put my Skype back up. So there we go. Sorry about that, guys. So hopefully, well, congratulations, Aaron. No, I did not hear that you got a new job. It's not like I fucking talk to you every fucking 2 minutes. But congratulations. I'm going to introduce everybody, and then I'll give you an update on the baby. Trexter, who is on screen, how you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Now, are we going to fucking hear some really fucking odd noises coming from your house tonight, or am I going to have to fucking yell at you tonight?
No.
So help me God. So help me God if that fucking dog barks one fucking time.
Listen, man, we had to deal with Gator barking a lot when you were in that apartment.
It's my fucking stream. My dog can bark whenever the fuck he wants, you motherfucker.
And even then, Gator didn't bark that often.
But anyway, I'm just kidding. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. Thank you.
Good. Shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, man. And then we have Bobbit. Foulmouth Bobbit, who is apparently snowed in, I'm guessing. Bobbit, how's it going tonight, man?
It's going good. Yeah, we got 18 inches of snow up here.
He's got more snow than we do. We've got the cold-ass fucking weather, though. We got the really cold weather. Not the real cold weather, but it's cold. It's cold. I hope you are supplied up your food and all that stuff, and you're good to go for a few days at least.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good. Sit back and enjoy and watch, well, try to enjoy watching some Raw. And then we have Johnny Ray with us. Me and him it wasn't so much an argument, it was a good debate on Derailed. That's what I try to do, is I try to incite debate. Now, I'm gonna clarify something real quick, and I said this on Derailed. I don't hate the indies. I just don't like some of the we'll get into it. But some of the things that people bitch about are the same things that they sometimes do in the indies. And that's where I have an issue. Does that make sense to anybody? But how are you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing fantastic. How did I know you would bring this shit up?
Well, no, because I really didn't. We really didn't delve into because Drew wanted to move on to something else, which is fine, and he really wanted to fucking get into it. But everybody's like, I don't want to talk about wrestling. Well, we're on the show, and if Drew is listening and he wants to join the show and talk about it, I am more than willing to do that, because we can delve into it. Now, again, I understand, and Johnny did call me out on something, and it makes sense because I was talking to Heather, and I do shit on WWE all the fucking time.
Well, and before you go any further, I do want to clarify something. When I do something like that, I'm not attacking JP personally.
No.
But I think it's something that we both have that mutual understanding on. If we are saying something that is about what somebody is doing, it's not to criticize them, it's to get them to think about their stance.
Yes. And I still have the same stance. However, I'm probably, the way that I worded it, I don't hate the indies. But for people to shit, and this is my thing, for people to shit on WWE and not shit on the indies for doing the same thing, that I have a problem with. Does that make sense?
And I completely agree with that.
Thank you.
Now, that I can completely agree with. You mind if I give kind of a recap?
Sure, go ahead, man.
Okay, the deal is that there was a huge debate over what was essentially what was better, the Indies or WWE.
And let me before you go any further, I think it's a matter of taste. However, I don't mind both. But go on, Johnny. I just wanted to point that out.
For full disclosure, so people are like, well, what did he say? The only things that I said was one of the comments JAP made was that the Indies had no originality, and I made the argument, well, if that's the case, you can't say that about WWE because of the history of what they pulled from. The only difference between WWE and everybody else is they made it successful.
Right. And here's the thing to add on to that. Do you think that WWE pays them to not so much, well, I'm going to throw the quotations up there, steal? So if they don't
say yes, except it's well documented that, you know, that was one. Now, even though eventually Paul Heyman was working with WWE there at the end, right, that was one of Paul Heyman's biggest gripes, is they kept stealing his stuff.
Actually, it was WCW, because Paul Heyman said Vince would give him money under the table for the company to take his wrestlers.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. But go on. You're good.
The other point that I made was, JP, if you're going to shit on the indies, but that's a little bit unfair because you shit on the WWE almost as much as you do the indies.
Right.
And so I pointed that out. I said, so which is it? And that was the only thing. It wasn't anything derogatory. No. It wasn't anything like, oh, gotcha. It was, hey.
No, and it made me think, and again, like Johnny said, it made me think about my stance. My stance is still the same. I think where I was trying to point out, and I couldn't get it out because I was waiting for Drew to fucking do his thing, get me frustrated, and I was going to flip my shit, is what I just said. I hate it when people shit on the WWE and then don't shit on fucking the indies for doing the same thing.
Right.
NXT is a prime fucking example. Why? My thing is, why should I give a certain promotion or product in WWE a pass when they're kind of doing the same thing? And NXT does, and whether you want to believe it, there's smoke and screens with NXT. But you have to look past that to see what they're doing. Yes, they are giving out better content, but how much better is it really? Because they're doing the same things over and over again. The Ciampa fucking thing is getting fucking god-awful fucking boring. They have changed. His heel turn isn't what it was.
Well, and too, remember, we had this conversation a while back, and it was more pertaining about WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it applies to wrestling in general, and I think it's especially more true for the older fans. This doesn't necessarily pertain to the younger fans. This is more your and my generation.
Right.
Is that we've seen all this stuff already. At least once or twice. And so for us, like, we're always clamoring for something new, but the problem is there's really only so many storylines you can tell in wrestling.
That is true.
And I think and that's why this phenomenon of the sort of the old guard not moving on is why there is such. I think that's where a lot of the problem. And I'm not saying that us older fans need to move on. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, I think a lot of the outrage and a lot of the frustration comes from the fact that we're just simply older.
Yeah.
And we've seen it all. It's very familiar.
Yeah. See, and for those, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Johnny. From my perspective, I've seen the era that we are in now with WWE is what they did when Hulk Hogan was there.
Right.
Right. Yes.
It is almost the exact same thing. This is why I compare Roman Reigns to Hulk Hogan, because they kept pushing Hogan over and over and over and over and over again. But there was a reason why. And not because, but they would still push Macho Man Randy Savage or Ted DiBiase. Maybe put the title on Macho Man and, not always have it on Hulk Hogan. They kind of did it backwards with Roman Reigns, where they push him all the way to the hilt, and he's the face of the company, but then they wouldn't let him win the fucking title.
Right. Well, and two, I think the really stark difference between now and then is that there's no undercard story. There's really not a really good undercard story right now. Well, maybe not necessarily true for SmackDown, but for Raw, it just seems like there's not a good undercard story. And that's the one thing that we seem to be very much lacking in WWE specifically, is that there's really not a focus on the undercard.
Go ahead, Johnny. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
And I think that, again, it goes back to the issue is that it's the same old, but it's a lot. It's frankly worse than what it was in the Hulk Hogan area, because, like JP said, you would at least get a Macho Man push or an Ultimate Warrior push, or you would have these interchangeable in the undercard. Like a good example of that, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Macho Man for the Intercontinental title. One of the best matches, Edge's talked about matches of all time.
Yep. Agreed.
That's an undercard match.
Yep. And I think the undercard story on Raw is the Finn Balor story that they're telling right now. The Elias. That if you look under my description tonight, I put in there, what does Finn Balor, what trick is he going to have up his sleeve tonight? If you watched, I know you didn't watch last week. Last week, we all know that Finn Balor kind of fucked over the New Authority when he came in and interfered in a match and did all this stuff. Drew McIntyre got his first loss last week because of Finn Balor. That being said, and again, and people are like losing their collective fucking shit when Drew McIntyre lost. Again, you have to remember, this isn't Drew McIntyre's first run in WWE. He's lost before. But he didn't lose clean in this match. That I'm okay with. Now, if they would have fucking pinned him clean, I would have been fucking losing my shit.
Well, in fact, if you want to get just brutally honest, his first run in WWE was objectively worse. Yeah. I mean, the guy wound up being a jobber. And, I always say that the thing with Drew McIntyre, or losing, I don't mind him losing, because if you would have kept him going, you would have had another Asuka situation.
Absolutely.
You would have had another Asuka situation. And I think letting him have that loss is kind of cushioning that blow that ultimately would have happened. Because think about it. Let's say he remained undefeated until he got his match at WrestleMania, whenever that is. And that would be his first loss. Can you imagine the amount of fucking outrage compared to what it is now? And I've just come to the conclusion that you're never going to please wrestling fans. Oh, you're never going to... And I hate to say it, we are just as guilty of it. You're never going to please the older fans. You're just not going to do it.
Not until you get the storytelling from like the ruthless aggression era back in some form.
Right. And you know, and even, you know, I don't know. It just seems to me that what we are seeing, I mean, because the ratings are not getting any better. The ratings keep going down. They have not stabilized. And so when you look at from year to year, I am really thinking that if they don't change their stuff, we could see a 1 million viewer rating.
Right.
I'll let her know to do that.
We could very much see that, and I see that happening within the next 2 years.
No, I agree. She deserves it.
We absolutely could, and when it comes down to it, frankly, them even showing just not even caring on their own end that to change. We're doing fine. We're doing this. We're doing that. We're great. We could be bigger than Disney. No. It's not helping your delusional state any.
Well, and too, the thing that we have to also keep into consideration is that we're also just talking about the U.S. market. Now, globally, it's probably a much different story if you look at it from a global scale.
Right.
And that's the sad reality. And the thing is I have a funny feeling that's where WWE has gone. It's no longer just a U.S., you know, they've always been kind of that global, but it was sort of like a treat to go across. Now they're really pushing the overseas deal. Now, what really sucks, and I don't know if you heard what the latest is, but it was confirmed that the order for that journalist in Saudi Arabia, the order came from the prince. It's been confirmed that happened. And
who said that?
I can't remember where I saw that, but I saw somewhere it was confirmed that he was the one that ordered it.
I'd have to look at the news source on that one.
I can't remember where, but when I heard that, I'm like, uh-oh.
I'd have to look at the news source that said that, because if it's somebody just trying to get a rise out of somebody.
No, I remember it was on a major news network, but I can't remember where I saw it.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there, Johnny. You may be right. But you know that them major news sources, especially those like CNN and ABC and NBC and all them, they're you got to remember who Trump deals with. He's trying to deal with them.
Well, no, and I agree. Like I said, I don't remember where I heard that. Right. But when I did hear it, I'm like, well, okay, I'm not really surprised. You know, okay, it was more of those I'm not really surprised that that's really the case.
Right. But here's the thing with that, and I've said this before, Trump and Vince McMahon are good friends. And I don't think that if Donald Trump gave him advice not to do it, I think Vince probably would have
not done it.
Not done it.
I think he would have turned up that money.
I think.
We say that.
Yeah, I know.
But a good friend. Let me put it this way: if you told me not to do something, it was a really bad idea, but there was $5 million involved, I'd say screw you.
Well, it's not even just that they're good friends. Vince McMahon's wife is also part of the cabinet.
Well, and that's true, but I mean But technically, even though she's a part of the cabinet and she's tied in with the McMahons, she really doesn't have any bearing on what the wrestling company does.
No.
And that's the only thing that I could say about that is that, realistically, but it goes back to my point is that they're not realistically at this point. WWE is not trying to cater to their U.S. audience. They're trying to cater to a global audience.
That's true.
And honestly, what we may find crap here may work somewhere else. We don't know. I mean, because you think about it, them freaking Saudi Arabians are absolutely gaga over this shit.
They are. Some of them, but then you have the prince sits there and asks for Yokozuna.
Right. But you get what I'm saying though, is that clearly, I mean, it's going to be different well, remember, I mean, even though it was more kayfabe, I mean, Jinder Mahal, he was a big deal in India.
Right. So was Great Khali.
And so that's what I'm saying is that I seriously doubt, like I said, I seriously doubt that we're going to see a change, and that's why I'm predicting in a year or two's time, we will probably be seeing 1.4, 1.5 million viewership.
It'll probably spike when fucking WWE when they switch over to Fox, and then you'll probably see it dwindle down again because if and when there's no change. But here's what I see. I see Fox saying fuck you after 3 years if they don't change.
I agree.
I see that happening, and then WWE's really gonna be fucking screwed.
I do agree. Unless
they put everything on the fucking network.
Mm-hmm. I think there has been some talk about it going that way.
Yep.
Yeah, and they do put the Raws on there after like a month after. But I don't know. We'll see.
Now, if they did something like that, I'd probably watch if they did live events on the network, the weekly shows, I'd probably go back to watching because, I mean, it's only $10.
Right.
Versus, because that was one part of my thing is that, realistically, TV, I only watch wrestling, and I was paying like $50.
Right.
And so I'm not going to pay $50 just to watch wrestling.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. So what does everybody else think about what Johnny and I and Heather have been talking about? Sorry we haven't fucking thrown you in, but I just wanted to talk about, I really want to get everybody on this panel, since it didn't happen Saturday. I'm going to do one better, and I'm going to ask everybody, and I know Heather's stance, her kind of stance is the same as me, with the WWE being shit on, and the indies are like this god-awful great, god-awesome great thing. You know what I mean? I mean, they make mistakes too. It's not like they're flawless. And that's what I always hear, and that really frustrates me. There is no flawless fucking promotion. Somebody always has something wrong with it. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, what you could attribute that to, in all honesty, and it's not being mean or derogatory, it's fanboyism.
Yeah, of course.
And when you hear somebody say flawless or it's perfect or it's the greatest thing ever, that's a fanboy or a fangirl.
Yep, and that's what really frustrates me about not. Look, I watch NXT every Wednesday. Heather can vouch for that. Johnny can vouch for that. Truckster can vouch for that. And Bobbitt can vouch for it. I watch it every week. I don't get the views on it, so I don't do a show. Are they doing good? Since Aleister Black has come back, the show has actually gotten better. That just goes to prove to me how good Aleister fucking Black is. They better not fucking ruin this guy when they bring him up. Because this guy makes... Yes, you had Johnny Gargano and you had Tommaso Ciampa, but adding fucking Aleister Black back into it actually made the show that much more interesting. That's where I stand on that. Now, that being said, what do you think, Trek, about the Indies versus the WWE that me and Johnny talked about Saturday and talked about a little bit here today?
And I'll react to my stance at the end.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Trek. I'll wait till the end.
Okay. Go ahead.
Like you guys said, nothing is ever perfect. The Indies are not perfect. WWE is certainly far from perfect. It's like, but you know, each one has, unless they're called Monday Night Raw. That's a different matter. You know, for all these people that say WWE sucks and the Indies are the greatest thing since sliced bread, since Wonder Bread, like you say, that's a very ballsy opinion. And I like the Indies too. I like the independent wrestling too. But I've seen stuff in there that's like fucked up and stuff that too. So
yep,
I can prove it's not perfect.
And again, Trek, you're kind of one of those people that I'm talking about. You just said it. So Monday Night Raw sucks. Does WWE suck in general? No. I would say that. Because I'm being straight up with you. I'm not. Raw does suck. Raw is a shitty show, but every show, every promotion has their flaws. And for somebody to sit there and say WWE is the worst fucking promotion out there is kind of foolish. Because I am pretty goddamn sure Impact is probably. There's probably another fucking promotion out there that's just as bad.
Yeah.
And everybody says, well, Impact is good. Okay. Then how come they don't fucking have a bigger TV deal? Because WWE doesn't have the monopoly on every TV station. There's Universal TV, or not Universal, Paramount TV out there.
Mm-hmm.
They could go back to that. It's under different ownership. Apparently, the product has gotten a little better. It's nowhere near WWE. Why doesn't Ring of Honor have a TV deal? They're the second biggest promotion, along with New Japan. How come they don't have a deal? What's going on with that? And again, I'm not shitting on it. I'm just trying to figure out where people are coming from with this. And Johnny will probably explain that. But I want to get Bobbitt's thoughts first. Bob, what do you think about what we were talking about? Or have been talking about?
There's only one great wrestling promotion that has zero flaws, and that's BCW.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking Bobbitt.
I like to beg to differ from that because you keep fucking jobbing out my character.
He jobs me out. Guess who I have to fucking take on? What's Swiggity McSwoog? What the fuck? How come I always have to fucking wrestle Swiggity McSwoog?
There's a plan in place.
But no. But in all seriousness, Bobbitt. So, what do you think about what we've been talking about?
There's not much more I can add to it. Like, I just like wrestling, really.
Give us your thoughts, man. Just that's all I want from you. Just give me your thoughts. What do you think?
I really have nothing to add.
Okay, so we've hit everything. You agree with everything we've said?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Johnny, hold on a second. I want to hear what Seth Rollins says, and then we'll get back to what your stance or whatever. You said you wanted to give your stance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me listen to this segment. Can you guys hear the TV?
No.
No.
because it's loud. I got a new TV yesterday. I got a bigger TV, so.
Gina would be so jealous right now.
Why is that?
Because Bijou is snuggling.
Oh. Which I do want to point out, she does have a GoFundMe. If you haven't donated to it, go donate to her. She is. I know her. She is worthy of every penny that she gets. She cares for herself before she cares for. She cares for others before herself. I'm sorry. She cares for others before herself. In fact, yesterday, Adam Hewish, and I'm not going to go into details, she was talking to him. She has other things to worry about, but her friends, and that's the kind of person that deserves, you know. But if you haven't, if you do have the link for that, Trexter, find it, put it in the chat for me.
Yeah.
Or any one of you guys, Bob it, somebody, I don't care who it is. So now Seth Rollins is... They're trying to intertwine storylines, it sounds like. Can you guys hear the TV? I'm just asking because it is loud. You can... No, you can...
I can hear now.
How about now? How about now?
It's not too loud for me.
Say it again?
I mean, I hear just a smidge, but it's not bothering me.
Well... Wow. Wow. And it's true. Wow. It's actually Seth Rollins fucking speaking fucking truth. That's true. He's wow. Wow. It's true. No, they're not doing anything with the tag teams. Why Society? He never said. All he said is the re. Oh my God! Somebody explain to fucking Why Society what Seth Rollins said. The best tag team in the world is being underutilized. We've said this numerous times. Okay.
Right.
Lucha House Party are the faces. The Revival are the bad guys. He's just pointing out that the fucking Revival is one of the best tag teams in the world and they're being underutilized. That is what he is saying. I don't think I need you to explain it any further, but go ahead, Johnny.
No, if they can't get that, fuck them.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Speaking fucking truth again. It's really because of Vince, but he's speaking truth.
Has you been watching our streams?
Have I been watching our streams?
Rollins.
Hey, what's up, Joe? Joe Compton's in the chat. Renegade. How's it going, man? I have Walter. He's right here. Joe, just throwing that out there. I hope everything's going all right with you, man. I heard, I don't know what came of it. I haven't heard anything, but I'm sorry to hear. My thoughts and prayers, my family, give you our thoughts and prayers. So I hope everything turns out for the best. If you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Just DM me, brother. Hey, Rushin Chu, you need a shower? At least you come into the chat before you take a shower. Now, that's fucking dedication. That's dedication. You jump in the chat before you take a shower and wash your stanky ass. That's dedication. Thank you for putting that in there, Trexter. Appreciate it.
No problem, guys.
I should have had you put it in the fucking description. Yeah.
We'll do it tomorrow.
What's that?
I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
Name just as he's on FMLA.
Good, good. Like you said, if you need to talk or anything, you know how to find me. Okay. I got you. How much you want to bet they put the title on Baron Corbin?
There we go.
he's gonna goad him into it. Seth has actually been really good here. I'm enjoying what Seth is doing. There it is. Goaded him right into it.
Yeah, not yet.
And it's an ODQ, so watch.
However,
Actually, it's the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
However, you all realize that's kind of the same thing that Daniel Bryan did to The Miz. That whole coward thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Seth was better at it.
Yes, but again, it's repetitive.
I get it, but Seth was better at it. It was actually enjoyable when Daniel Bryan was doing it. It was coward. With Seth Rollins, there was emotion behind because of what he said prior to him calling him a coward. That was reality. That was reality, and I hope that this, because right now it's not looking like Vince has written this show. Somebody backstage, Triple H, is fucking saying, look, we're changing shit. I'm hoping it's probably not going to happen, but that was really good. I don't know if you heard any of what was done there, Johnny.
I heard a little bit.
Okay, so Seth Rollins came out and said, you're doing nothing but acting like fucking an authority figure where even the authority was never this bad.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and then he was talking about how the ratings have taken a dump since he's taken over as general manager. He also stated, what else did he state?
That he's power hungry.
He's power hungry with the authority thing. So in a sense, he's saying what the fans are saying. Yep. But to a certain effect, they're using Baron Corbin as a shield for Vince McMahon. Essentially, Seth Rollins is the fan yelling at Vince McMahon saying, you're giving us a shit product that needs to change.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree.
So I don't know who said that because I don't know if Vince would allow that.
Vince is probably not there if Seth was able to get away with all of that.
True.
And there has been plenty of Monday Night Raws where Vince has not been there. It's been Triple H, or both Triple H and Vince have not been there. It's been probably Road Dogg, or
Road Dogg's on SmackDown.
He helps out Raw sometimes too, according to Jeff.
Okay.
But
all right. Okay. So tonight we're getting a tag team match, or not, the Intercontinental title match, TLC match between Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin for the Intercontinental title. So that's essentially what's going on. No, Wise Society, that is not.
my brain hurts.
Seth Rollins is going to end up winning the match. He might win, but I still think it's going to be Dean Ambrose. Because they might actually take the title off of him. That's fine. I don't care, because the match between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins don't need a fucking title.
No, that's all pride. That match.
Anybody got thoughts? Anybody think Baron Corbin's going to win?
I wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, would it be a bad thing?
Possibly not.
I mean, okay, so what I'm trying to say is essentially, and you heard me say it, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, I don't think they need the title to have a feud.
No.
The feud writes itself.
Yes. No, that I agree with. Oh, did you still want my deal?
Yes.
Hold, I just want to hear one thing about they're back on, but I just want to hear what Seth has to say. Okay, go ahead, Johnny.
Okay. So, my stance on the whole thing is of course there's no such thing as a perfect promotion. There isn't.
Right.
However, I am of the opinion that, with how many viewers Raw has lost, or WWE has lost, just in the past 3 years, those people had to go somewhere.
Right.
And I think a lot of them went to the indies. And I think what my stance on it is for me right now, I'm getting more enjoyment off of watching smaller promotions than I have been with when I was watching WWE.
Right.
And it's kind of renewed my interest in wrestling.
Right.
And so, and two, it's well documented. JP has a different style that he likes compared to what I like, because I'm a big fan of cruiserweights.
Okay.
I like the lucha style of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have. That's just how I grew, because I grew up on Rey Mysterio, Ultimo Dragon. Ultimo Dragon was like one of my first favorite wrestlers. So with that being said, the indies do cater more to my style. Do I think they're the great? Trust me, I used to watch it back when it was TNA. I used to watch that over WWE, and believe me, there was some very stupid shit that went on in TNA, but the wrestling I enjoyed.
Yes, and that's the thing. The wrestling is enjoyable. And then even with WWE, if you look at the wrestling, just the wrestling aspect, there's nothing different about the wrestling in WWE than there is in the indie circuit. The way they tell the story might be better in the indie circuit because they have to tell their story inside the ring.
Right.
WWE, this is where I said they go from spot to spot to spot to spot to spot, and then the end of the match. So it's kind of a monotonous, okay, so what story are you trying to tell me?
Right. And to me, and that's my point, is for me, I'm getting more out of a wrestling match watching an indie match or a different promotions match than I am WWE.
Right.
And so my stance is I'm in the middle. I'm not fully on board with the indies, and I'm not fully on board with WWE.
Right.
I enjoy wrestling, and I know what I like. And right now, the indies and these other promotions are giving me what I like more so than what the WWE is.
Right. And I get that.
It also depends on the indie promotion, because there were quite a few that I went to that my friends were part of, and even I sat there and looked at my friends like, dude, what the fuck are you doing here?
Right. It depends on the promotion. Like I said, it comes down to personal taste.
And exactly, that's what I stated. Now, my personal taste, is it WWE? If they would do their shit right, it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't found one promotion. Maybe the only promotion that I can say that I can get 100% behind and fully enjoy is New Japan.
But that's not indie.
But it's not, and I'm just talking wrestling promotion in general. Mm-hmm. Then indies promotion, I think I could get behind the one that I was watching Saturday morning.
Hollywood Wrestling?
No, not the Hollywood. It wasn't Hollywood Wrestling. It's a promotion out of Chicago. But because they have some of the guys that they have in there, I don't mind watching, like an Eli Drake, mm-hmm. or a Jeff Cobb.
Ring Warriors.
Yeah.
Ring Warrior?
Yeah. Or Jeff Cobb, or that it was a little shaky at the start. I mean, I was shitting on it at the beginning, but then it's like the show went on. I mean, I'm not going to get up and watch it every time. It comes on at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Crazy if I'm getting up at 6 o'clock.
And that's the other issue with indies on TV. They don't really get the exposure they deserve.
Yeah, and that's another thing. And that's another point I was trying to make. How come these promotions, and I get it, they come on at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I get that. But there is that DVR out there. Mm-hmm. If you like the show, I'm not going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to watch a wrestling show. I'm not going to do it. And I don't think anybody else here would either.
No. Well, the other thing, when it comes to, because you had asked a question, and it's a very legitimate question, on why, if these other promotions are so great, why don't they have a larger TV deal? You also have to remember a lot of your TV companies are very, very sour on wrestling.
That's true.
And so it's probably not that they don't want that bigger TV deal. I think their options are very, very limited. Because let's be honest, when TNA was on Spike wasn't a big channel.
No.
It was popular, but you couldn't get that on Prime Cable. And here's the thing. Prime Cable, there's only ever been a couple of networks that have had wrestling in their primetime slots.
USA, the Nashville Network, which is Spike.
TNT,
TBS, WGN. Go on. Go ahead.
But if you notice, it was always like WCW or WWE.
Yes.
So when you have that, like Paul Heyman, actually, when he was talking about the fall of ECW, he made a really he actually shone some light on this. Is when he was trying to get on with the networks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the time, WWE had moved to TNN.
Right.
And ECW had tried to go to the USA Network. And the head of USA basically said, if I can't have the number 1 or number 2, I don't want the number 3.
Right.
And so that's the kind of environment these wrestling promotions are in. And effectively, does WWE have a monopoly on television?
Mm-hmm.
In the literal sense, no. In reality, they kind of do, because they take up the only two major networks that will have it.
Sure. Well, also, Johnny, you got to remember, back in the day, ECW was put into the same grounds as the UFC.
Exactly, yes.
And then, but now, UFC is popular and wrestling is popular now. So it's not even just that they're sour on wrestling, because wrestling is still popular.
Mm-hmm.
Especially amongst, the regular household.
Right. The deal, and we can hit on ECW. I don't mind talking about ECW. With their TV deal, and Johnny made that point Saturday night, because they weren't getting paid. Apparently, TNN was not paying them. They would not pay them until they put out another show. And Paul Heyman, they needed the money to put out another show, because Paul Heyman couldn't afford to put on a show without money, and he didn't have any.
Right.
It was the pay-per-views.
Yes.
ECW was owed about $2 million.
Right.
Had he gotten to $2 million, he could have vied for a better, because he had an opportunity to go to a major TV network, but what they were willing to give him wouldn't have been sustainable. Had he had the money to go for distribution, he could have vied for a better spot and more time.
Right.
And so that's what you're dealing with.
Right. And another thing that killed ECW, and that was well stated, is that when they went to TNN, they would only allow that. Well, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. And ECW was known for their brash, not barbed wire matches all the time, but they were Attitude Era before Attitude Era was Attitude Era, and I totally fucking agree with that. We did a Monday Night Wars on the ECW,
Right.
and I totally agree with that. Now, that being said, again, some of the high spots that they did, I didn't care for, but some of the wrestling was legit, and I did not mind that.
Well, that's what we got with Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero.
Like the Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero match, that was actually, it wasn't high flying, it wasn't high spot after high spot after high spot. It was actually really good wrestling. That's the kind of wrestling that I do enjoy.
Well, and two, I do need to point something out, and this is, again, it's not me coming out or anything like that, so nobody get their fucking panties in a wad. But the one thing I will say is that when you do talk about the high spots and all that, it's good that you don't like it, but also what I've noticed, and the reason why I think a lot of people get up in arms about it, is it does seem like, now, if I didn't know you, and I was coming in for the first time, and you told me the high spots were crap, it can be taken as you're saying that what I get an enjoyment out of is complete shit. And I have noticed that those that really, really like that style, and I totally get it, some of the high spots are not necessary.
Yes.
But when you get somebody that really enjoys that kind of match, you're going to get that up in arms kind of deal, because realistically, you could arguably, because realistically, the same thing could be said about the style of wrestling that you enjoy.
Yes, and I'm going to say this on that. To each his own, and I've said it that day we started the debate. It's to each his own. If you like that stuff, that's fine. I personally am not a fan of it. I'll watch it, but I won't be as excited to watch it as I would a match like I'm trying to think of a match like the Shinsuke AJ match that I talked about. I'm not gonna say no. That was complete shit, because even if they're now like the King of the Ring match, and I talked about this the other night, the King of the Ring match where Undertaker threw Mick Foley off the fucking top of the cage. I didn't care for the spot. However, it told the story that needed to be told. Now, the match the match essentially was Mick Foley laying on a stretcher, trying to get up. But if you go and watch his thing about that match,
his commentary,
I totally understand why they did that match the way they did it.
Right.
And that's what I would like to have explained. And at the time, I didn't understand why is everybody so excited to see somebody thrown off of a fucking ring and almost breaks his fucking neck, almost dies. Why is that such an entertaining? What is entertaining about that? You know what I mean? And I'm not shitting on it, but the way he explained it made sense. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. So, yeah. That's all I have. And I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, that good.
Yeah, it's somebody's Trexter. I'm just asking because I can't see anybody's thing. It's not Johnny.
And now the echo's gone.
It's all right. It's all good. It's not a big deal. But anyway, does that make sense to anybody? Now it's back again. Go ahead, Johnny. Does that make sense to anybody?
I mean, it does. Like I said, it's. I always understood where you came from.
Yeah, and I'm not shitting on the product. I'm not shitting on high spots. I just don't care for them. If the story calls for it, then the high spots that I don't mind, again, and I said it again on Saturday, are the ones where you do a 450 splash. The one spot that I did not care for at Takeover this past Takeover was the spot that Ricochet did. Because number one, everybody was standing too close to the cage, and he overshot everybody. He could have damn near broke his freaking neck doing that shit. I want to see these guys wrestle for years to come. Look at Triple H. He didn't. Ric Flair. All them guys. How long did their careers last without doing all those big time high spots? And they gave us good wrestling. Shawn Michaels, even though he still kind of did those high spots.
They weren't as often as somebody like Jeff Hardy.
Well, but at the same time, okay, if you want a really good high spot guy that's been doing it forever and still doing it, Rey Mysterio.
He's kind of he's kind of keyed that back a little bit. He's done the safer high spots, though. He's not one of those that does that
like Jeff Hardy.
Like Jeff Hardy
Edge
does.
and Christian.
Right, but you can't sit there and say, and the only reason why I bring that up, because even like with Jeff Hardy, I mean, good God, look how long Jeff Hardy's been wrestling.
Right.
I mean, it's taking its toll on him. There's no denying that style of wrestling does take a toll on a wrestler, but and that's why I also brought up the point. Well, it's kind of hard. Why I think we're part of the problem is these guys that come from the indies and go into WWE is that when they're on the indies, you don't really see these injuries happen so often that does put them out. And when you come to the WWE, they're slowed down, they're limited on what they can do, and ultimately these guys get injured. I mean, look what happened with the Revival.
Well, Johnny, it's not even just that, because with the indie schedule, a lot of times they're only wrestling 2-3 times a month with the indie schedule. Whereas with the WWE, they're wrestling every single day.
That's very true, but the point does kind of still stand that, if you slow somebody down that's used to going one speed, you're bound to fuck up.
Yes, that's true, and I will agree with that. But that wrestler also needs to understand, and like I said, it's WWE's way of thinking, and I get it. So if the wrestler wants to be in WWE, and that sucks, because now he has to slow his game down, he's going to have to adjust to what WWE wants.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
And again, I'm not shitting on disagreeing with you so much. I'm kind of just being that devil's advocate kind of thing.
No, I understand, but that is also the point, is that you see these guys that never come to WWE, and they've been wrestling forever.
Right.
Doing the same thing they've always been doing.
Okay. Somebody is causing an echo.
I don't know. It might be me. Because I'm hearing myself echo.
Do you have YouTube on?
No.
I
really don't think it's on.
Okay.
Let me see.
I think it is you, Johnny. Nope. It is not you. It is one of you two.
Can't be Bobby because he's...
Mute everything you have. Trek. Bobbit, you mute your camera too. See, now it's gone. So it's you, Trek. It's all right. I'm just letting you know. It's okay. It's okay. When you have something to say, then go ahead and speak. Say something now.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever you had on. So whatever you had on was echoing. Because Bobbit was muted and.
I think his microphone had that issue that Johnny's old microphone was having, where it got so sensitive when he wasn't talking. They just picked up everything.
Oh, okay. That could be. See, now it's back again.
I was going to say that he didn't do high spots, but look how long Bret Hart lasted.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. No, I get you.
Well, I think the ultimate point is that nobody's... Good God.
Trek, mute. After you're done talking, you're going to have to mute, brother. Okay, go ahead, Johnny.
Okay, so I think the ultimate point is that nobody is necessarily wrong here.
No, and I think that's the point I was trying to get across.
Because that's the ultimate point. Because you could realistically, you can make the argument for both sides very easily, and they're both very defensible.
Yep. Got it. I got it. And like I think I said it I said it tonight, and I think I said it Saturday. It's to each his own taste. Everybody
Yeah.
has a different taste to what they like. I don't hate the indies. I never have. In fact, there are some of them out there that I've watched online, like Smash Wrestling. That is a very entertaining fucking... If that is one indies circuit that I would love to watch, I would love to watch that. In fact, they have my actual... If I was to pick a favorite female wrestler, Courtney Rush or Rosemary. She is by far the best female performer in the world today. With what she can do it all. She can talk. She writes her own shit. And it's really good. So, Smash Wrestling, and probably, you haven't seen that, go watch a couple of the women's matches. They do the women's division perfect. I love the women's division.
Well, like there's one that she actually follows me on Twitter. Her name's Nadia Sapphire, and she's a UK wrestler, and she is damn good.
Yeah.
And she's an indies. She's an indies girl.
Right. What was she, just hold on a second. What was Natalia?
She was cutting a promo against Ruby, saying that she's going to take everything she has, that her Hart Dynasty has taught her basically, and just use that to put her through a table.
That makes
Ruby
no
through a
sense.
table. Apparently, they have a fight. They have a match at TLC.
Oh, okay. What? It's a fucking table. It's her dad's silhouette on a fucking table. Watch. Told you. Her dad's silhouette on a fucking table.
I didn't know they made anvil fatheads.
Of course they did. That's the only one they made. Just for this. They're trying to use realism to get a story over.
And it's not working because Natalia
It's kind
not
of
very good at storytelling.
No, but she can wrestle, and I will give her that.
Check it out, baby girl.
HJP.
Yes.
Why Society wants to know what you thought of the tag team match that just ended.
Which tag team match?
AOP versus Rude and Gable.
Was I talking during it?
Yeah.
That tells you what I thought of it.
Cool.
I was watching it. It wasn't very good. It's the same old fucking bullshit.
3
And
weeks
I think all they're doing with that match is they're just now the Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are going to get their match at TLC. I do want to say one thing: they changed Chad Gable's garb, so I don't think there's going to be a heel turn anytime fucking soon.
Which fucking sucks for Bobby Roode.
What's up, Merge? Merge in the chat.
What's up, Merge? How's it going, man? Oh, and I don't know. Did I give the update on the baby?
No.
All right, I'm going to give everybody an update on the baby. She's right over there with Mama, sleeping like she usually does. She has put on more weight than we thought she was going to, that she needed to put on. She weighs 8 pounds as of today, and she is healthy as a bird. She's healthier than me or Heather. Let's put it to you like that.
Yay!
So, yes.
Also, Ryan was in the chat, but he had to go to bed. He wanted to tell everyone good night.
Oh, good night, Ryan.
Good night, Ryan.
About 5 minutes.
Sorry, man. Dragster! Dragster!
Yeah. Yeah.
Dragster!
Yes, I'm here.
Buy yourself a can and shut the fuck up!
What the fuck was that?
It's the doll that fucking
Walter.
It's Walter from Jeff Dunham.
Oh, yeah.
It's my mini me. Except there's more hair on my head than on Walter's.
What is with everybody in getting dolls now?
It was
just a random joke from Derailed.
Yeah.
He's always grumpy, so he gave him Walter.
You know Walter, he's always grumpy and shit.
Yeah. Better be careful then, Heather, because you know what happens when if he gets to Walter's age.
Yep.
Raw is actually not bad tonight. Not gonna lie. I'm not that upset with it, to be honest with you. Holy shit. Fucking. Go on that shit. Bobbit, say what you have to say. You have platform that you can speak what you want, what's on your mind. Instead of putting it into the chat, what are you saying? Because that didn't make any fucking sense.
Well, all right, since it's Charlotte versus Asuka, if Charlotte wins tomorrow night, Asuka's winning the belt.
I see that. But I see Becky
retaining.
No, I actually see Asuka winning. We'll talk about it on Friday when we do This Week in Wrestling. But I see Becky coming.
Friday,
I see
BLC.
Becky. Hold on, I see Becky interfering in the match. What, Bobbit? I was trying to talk. What?
This Friday is BLC.
Is BLC? Okay. Yep, we'll be back this Friday. We'll be back this Thursday too with are you gonna be available, Johnny?
Yes.
We're gonna be back this Thursday for Wrestling Memories, where we're gonna redo the Vince versus Stone Cold feud. That's probably gonna be a 2-parter. Or three. Because I really want to, one of my favorite feuds of all time. So, and I think it's one of Johnny's favorite feuds as well.
It is.
So I really want to hit on. I know it's Bobbitt's one of Bobbitt's favorites. So I take notes, Bobbit. You're gonna be talking.
Okay.
Trek, you too. Hopefully Ronnie will be back. Hold on. Hopefully Ronnie will be back with us soon. I know that she was going through some issues and stuff, but so we're gonna get back to a full slate of shows here, and then Sunday we're doing TLC. So we're back in the flow of things. I think we got Wendy where we're good to go. So she burped. Oh, okay.
She made a face like she was gonna sneeze.
Okay. Hold on a second, Bobbit. I do like what he's saying. Fucking love what he is doing right now. Okay, Baba. What were you gonna say, brother? Go ahead.
Alrighty. I'm gonna announce 2 matches for BLC if nobody saw in the chat.
All right.
It's gonna be JP versus Swiggity. Loser is the first entrant in the Rumble. The main event, Heather versus the Whale in a Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, so you jobbed my family out. I see how it is, you son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So Drew McIntyre just cut the perfect promo for why he lost. He said it himself. Not everybody's going to go undefeated. So he answered the question. He justified his loss. Although he did not lose clean. I'm okay with the loss. But he essentially said this burns a fire in me, which is going to make him, work that much harder, which is essentially what Drew McIntyre is doing. That's his whole gimmick.
That's the whole stance since he came up to the main roster.
You're just jealous because you got competition for the cutest thing on the show.
Who?
Bijou.
Oh.
She's all being snuggly and pouty.
Yeah, well, I haven't even had Wendy on the show. Do you want me to put her on the show? I'll put her on the show.
No, I'm giving.
I'll Lion King the shit out of my daughter.
I'm just giving the dog a hard time because she's being all.
By the way, one
Yes,
more match.
Oh.
Johnny, you're taking on Trickster in a TLC match.
What?
Oh no! Oh no!
If I lose this one, I'm fucking. I
That's a good one.
If I lose this one, I'm fucking retiring.
Television 2 BLC stands for Bob's, Ladders, and Chairs.
Seahawks are ahead 3-0. Thank you, Sarah. That's one other thing, and I'll talk about this tomorrow for sure, is the Mike McCarthy firing. I disagree with it. And I'll give my reasoning why on Tuesday. I think I explained it to Heather. You remember what I said, right? Okay, because I know that you said that you fucking forget shit.
I'm kind of surprised after pushing her out, my brain didn't follow.
Maybe it did. I'm just kidding.
Why Society kind of got buried last time at Survivor Bob's.
Who did? Johnny?
I did.
There you go, Bobbit. You know who Joe
Since I know he
Compton's,
wants to be in it,
you know
he'll be at the Rumble.
you know who Joe, okay, I was going to say. Okay.
I'm saving all the new people and JP.
What? No, go ahead, man.
Okay. Basically, BLC is going to be random shit, random wrestlers that I have available. And Rumble is going to be brand new people, returning people, and surprise insurance.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So Rumble's basically the reset on everything.
We'll actually, what we'll do Friday is we'll do predictions, and then we'll essentially go into the show.
Yeah.
We'll essentially go into BLC. I don't know if there's any news. We'll probably hit on it, but I don't want to be on fucking camera all fucking night like we were fucking last time.
I gotta go piss.
Will they go past? Oh, excuse me.
Joe said he put batteries in Walter.
Yeah.
See what Joe Compton put in the chat?
Oh. See what kind of batteries it takes. He said he put batteries in them?
No, they could get her off. Does somebody need a diaper change?
No, I'm not, Michael Cole.
Joe Compton, that's actually pretty funny.
I don't know how you fucking turn this motherfucker on. He headbutted the fucking...
Merge. Robin will be back in a moment.
I don't know where the switch is on this motherfucker. You got something saying to me? See if you can find it. I can't find it. I'll watch this somewhere where you can easily find it. Oh, squeeze his hands. He said just squeeze his hands. No, his hands. Okay. Hashtag never mind. Thank you, Joe.
You stupid motherfucker.
Who?
Why society?
You know damn well who.
What did he do?
Look who he just bounced in the chat.
And there it is.
You know what to do.
You want me to do the honors?
Yeah. I warned you once, man. This is on you, brother.
Okay. Wait a minute. Are we doing like the big one or the little one?
You do the big one for all I care.
Okay. Hang on just a second. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Just 1 second. Bijou, what do you do with my hat? Bijou, what did you do with my hat? Huh? Hang on. We're coming. Hang on. Oh. Let's see. Are we here? Can you see me, everybody?
Yep, I can see you.
Why, Society, are you still in the chat?
He probably is.
Please say if you are still in the chat, please, sir.
Well, you can just go up to his name.
Well, I know that, but it's not, Don't ruin my moment here.
I'm not ruining your moment. It's not really a moment that I want to happen, but he
I know.
fucking did it.
But we're gonna make this. We're gonna make this all worth it. We're gonna make this all worth it. Drink it in. Take it all in, everybody. 'Cause you know it's coming. So much I got to smoke. I gotta light a cigarette for this. Bijou, can you feel it coming? Why, Society? Do you know what happens when you can't learn your lesson from the last time? Do you want to know what happens when you consistently dox fucking people in the middle of the goddamn chat? Oh, goddamn, it's been too long since I've done this. Do you want to know what happens? Why, Society? Oh, man. I have done this. It's been way too long since I've done this. You're just not putting time out, but banned.
That was the best one ever, Johnny.
Okay, now y'all can fuck off. I'm going back off camera.
Okay.
Welcome back, Bobbit.
Hey, I seen him.
Repeat that again, please, Bobbit.
I didn't see anything, though.
Johnny banned someone, but that was it.
Alright.
By the way, Merge wants to know, Bobbit, if he's going to make an appearance.
Dude, what now?
Merge wants to know if he's going to make an appearance on BLC, I think.
No.
And Joe Compton had an idea for you there, Bob, if you want to scroll up in the chat and take a look at it.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. Ah. I don't know about that. Well, first of all, I can't do it at BLC because neither you or Cronin are introduced yet. So might be an idea for later on, though.
You know what?
Brew, I will fucking do that in a heartbeat. Well, after Rumble.
I can tell JP is furious.
Yeah.
You know how I know? Furious typing. And JP never furious types.
He does.
Well, there's a reason why I'm pissed.
Oh, I know, man. I know.
Look, I'm gonna say this. Is better if I fucking say it. He may have fucking said his real name, but do you understand the consequences of that? You think that fucking Drama Club, and I'm fucking saying it now, is not gonna fucking watch this show and say, hey, Joe, guess what JP just fucking did? That's why. I don't want that fucking shit. You can be fucking mad at me all you want. You can be pissed off and say it's not fair, but this is my fucking show. This is my fucking channel. I've told you once. I have told everybody once, do not dox anybody's fucking name. I don't care. It's not my job to fucking put out his real name on the fucking channel. Now, thank God, I hate to do it, but it's all over YouTube. Hopefully nobody fucking caught that. Not everybody knows what his real name is. Sorry if you don't like it. So yeah, I'm pissed.
You know, it's a little bit bittersweet, honestly,
What's
because, and you don't mind,
Go ahead.
JP,
Go ahead. I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead. Go ahead.
you know, I was told to be nice.
By who?
by you just, you know, don't draw attention to it, nothing. And I didn't do it. And I didn't even bitch at bitch about UI Society, about you coming back onto the channel. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You didn't.
I didn't bitch about you coming back in the channel when by all rights you shouldn't have been back here from the first fucking place. You think I've actually fucking forgiven you for what you did to me, dude? You got a fucking another thing coming. I don't trust your ass. I'm glad you're gone. Good fucking riddance.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not glad that he's gone, but I can't defend it. Sorry, man. This is I gave you a chance. I had to actually beg Johnny to let you back on. Moving on from that.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't want... Dude.
Oh, no, I understand. I just, like I said, I just had to say what... Nope. That's the only thing I wanted to say.
Yep. There's... Poor Gina.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. There's...
Oh, you're talking about the deal on Twitter that Arushin Shinshu posted?
No, what did Arushin Shinshu?
It's hilarious.
Oh, no. There's people out there saying that... I'm sorry, Arushin. I like Donald Trump. I'm offended by that. Somebody needs to mute again. Okay, never mind.
That's probably correct.
It could be. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyway, so people are saying that Seth Rollins is saying that... How do I explain this? Oh my God. Okay. Just give me a second.
Be right back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll read it to you here. Just give me a second. They're doing this again? Why in the fuck are they doing this shit? Okay.
Vince Max challenge, that's why.
This match?
Yep.
They're fighting each other tomorrow, I think.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I think the Rollins promo was Vince McMahon messing with the fans. How in the fucking Gina? I love her to death. She is so right on this. How is having Rollins say literally everything we've been saying an attack on us? If anything, I think it's more of, okay, we hear you, we're addressing it kind of thing. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's kind of the way I took it.
That's the way I kind of took it, and that's kind of the way I'm hoping that they're going. Okay, we're fixing problems that we have. Because Corbin said he doesn't care what Rollins thinks or what the fans think. Vince is Corbin, and the fans are Rollins. Think about it. It all makes sense. I get what you're saying, but it wouldn't have been written into the storyline if they didn't want to address it. Really? If they didn't want to address it, exactly what Gina just fucking said. This is why I'm hoping to God that they turn the fucking corner on this shit. The first step is getting rid of fucking Baron Corbin because he sucks. He kills the show every time. I feel like Vince knows what we are saying, just doesn't care, and he will use it on the show to mess with the fans, in my opinion. That's not an opinion. You're not giving an opinion. You're stating a fact. But that's not a fact. I really think Vince really wants to fucking turn the corner. I really do. Does that mean he's going to go back to the Attitude Era? No.
Honestly, if we just got like a Ruthless Aggression era style, I'd be happy with that.
I love that. Ruthless Aggression era for the WWE was my favorite era. And I've said that numerous times because look at the superstars they had in there.
Right.
Braun's back. Braun just showed up. Or no,
What?
Apollo Crews. I'm sorry. I thought it said Braun. It was Apollo. My bad.
I was going to say, like, what the fuck?
They've got Jinder Mahal feuding with Apollo Crews. I think Apollo Crews is going to be on the pre-show match with fucking Jinder Mahal. Oh, baby's losing her shit.
Well, isn't Apollo Crews in the Mixed Match Challenge?
I don't think so, unless he's with Sasha Banks. Is he with Sasha Banks?
Because you know what the stipulation is, right?
The winner is number 30 in the Royal Rumble. Yes.
Yeah.
Plus they get an all-expense-paid trip vacation to wherever they want to go.
Walt Wrestling World.
I don't know, man. I'm not buying this whole... We'll see.
God help us all if they put Jinder back in the title picture.
I don't think they're putting him in the title picture. They're done with him. I mean, fuck, they just jobbed him out not too long ago. I think that Finn Balor and Bayley might win it, but
I don't know, because doesn't Balor have a match that night? Because the finals are at TLC.
it might be on the pre-show. That might be the pre-show. I don't know. I'd have to look. Trek, can you see if they have the kickoff matches set already? Poopy diaper. Hey, did you want to make another bottle before it's time for her? You can bring her over here so you can do that.
Daddy.
Come here, turd. Come here, turd. Hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, my name is Wendy. How are you doing today?
Oh, dear God.
Hey, baby girl. You're getting hungry, I can tell. Had the time of my life.
They haven't said the pre-show match yet.
Okay. I talking to her. They haven't said the kickoff show match yet?
Not yet.
Okay. It can't be in the middle of the fucking... Oh, good lord, the kid just fucking farted.
That's probably our food again because I waited so long.
Yeah, that one was a fart.
Hey guys, I kind of have some breaking news.
Kind of have to tell us what that breaking news is then.
Finn Balor's injured.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
How bad is he injured?
Apparently, it's not serious. He's not going to be on Raw tonight, but he'll still be at TLC.
Okay, well then it's a nothing burger.
Well, I just thought I'd bring it up.
It's fine. But will he be at fucking the Mixed Match Challenge, or is Apollo Crews filling in?
Well, they've had
Say it again, Johnny.
Boy, they've had to change so many fucking people in that mixed match challenge thing. It's not even funny.
It's because everybody's getting hurt. They had to didn't they take Alexa Bliss out of it because she got fucking hurt?
Yeah.
And then they had to take Braun out of it because he got fucking hurt. Who was the other one that they changed?
Jeff Hardy, AJ.
AJ. They had to take AJ out because he got hurt. Yeah. I don't know why they even do the mixed match challenge. I mean, it's for a cause, but I'm so over it. I watched the finals for that thing, and it kind of ruined the fucking Charlotte Asuka match for me, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Because I said it. I said they need to keep them two away from each other. Because it's going to ruin them. And it kind of did. It didn't make the match. The anticipation for that match was really high. And then they kind of gave it away at the Mixed Match Challenge, even though it was a tag team match.
Well, and two, you knew if Asuka won that they were going to have her lose at WrestleMania. Well, remember, did I say that?
I think we both said. I think we both said that. I said I would not be surprised that if Asuka wins tonight, Charlotte is winning on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think we both said that, but don't really remember. Hey, baby. You look like your fucking mother right now. The only difference between her and her mother, Heather doesn't stick two fingers in her fucking mouth. You have a hangnail?
It's like only when I have a hangnail do I stick my fingers in
I
my
think
mouth.
she did poop, by the way. I can smell it.
I just changed your shirt.
Hey, Mel.
Let me check. No, we're good. I thought she did. Yes, I smelled my daughter's ass to see if she shit. We just changed her diaper.
Okay, I'm gonna stop watching for Raw for a second.
It's okay. Why? What's going on?
I just got my code for a Piranha Plant.
Okay.
I want to redeem it here right fast.
Okay. Do what you gotta do. We're good. Dean Ambrose is just cutting a promo. There's been rumor out there that Dean Ambrose's heel turn has been killed off. It's kind of died off. And I kind of agree. Because what they had him do last week was fucking really stupid.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hold on, Mom's getting you a bottle, honey. Hold on. Yeah. mom's got. She's spraying fucking milk all over the fucking floor that I cleaned.
No, it's just water.
Okay. She's like, food! I'm out of here, bitches! You hungry?
You went flying.
They're telling the whole story about the Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins feud, all the shit behind it. Is that 4 ounces?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking milk.
Well, it's just. Oh, it's a small bottle, that's why. This whole thing is like 4.5 ounces.
Yeah.
Well done, girl. Oh.
Alrighty, so Piranha Plant is officially downloaded. I just gotta wait till next year before I can play them.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a freaking Piranha Plant. Yay.
Speaking of gaming stuff, I am thinking that there is a good possibility I might be getting a Switch this week.
Oh, very nice, Johnny.
I recommend Smash.
Well, there's a couple of games that I want to play if I do wind up getting it that I want to play before I get into that.
I think this might end up being your favorite bottle.
Whatever.
I've been playing Smash non-stop since I got it.
You have to burp? I'm pretty sure you gotta burp. Yes, I'm pretty sure the baby girl's gotta burp. She barely drank anything out of that.
Sweet, I didn't miss anything on the Raw. Hooray!
Well, jeez, that was a big one.
Oh.
Oh.
Trying to burp her.
Wish she had one big burp, so now she might be hungry again.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's what you're reading about. It's funny when we go to feed Wendy, she puts her hands up like, no, I don't fucking want it.
I guarantee.
Like the other day, I went to put the bottle in her mouth and she went like this and knocked the bottle out of my fucking hand and shit. I'll give this girl, she is strong as fuck.
It's
like,
the Wendy punch.
She holding on to my, like my finger, like you sit there and play, she clenches that shit. And she's strong. Like she's already starting to hold her head up for like 5 seconds at a time. Which we can actually now lay her on her stomach and let her try to
have tummy time.
Have tummy time, they call it, to where she can put her head up, build up the strength in her neck muscles. She's already kind of doing that. She's kind of bobbing all over the place, which is typical, but yeah.
Good job, little girl. Yeah, she's doing a good job.
And I know Notorious White asked a question in there earlier, and I don't know if he's still here or not, but he asked if we will see. I don't usually put people on Skype just to have the 4 people here. However, for Wrestling Memories, I'm thinking we could have, like, after we're done with our thing, we could have, like, a Q&A, like, type thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But it's got to be on the subject that we're talking about. This Week in Wrestling, same thing. Do, like, a little Q&A thing.
Right.
Or you know, if you have a thought you want to put out there. I haven't gotten that far yet, and really it's up to Bobbit if he wants to do it. It's his channel. But we'll figure something out that way, or one way or another, where we can do that. So we'll try and get more fan interaction on the discussion shows, not on the live reactions.
That's a good point, Aaron, in the chat.
What's that? What did he say?
I don't know about you guys.
He said, I don't know about you guys. Oh, go ahead, Heather.
Hold on.
Another reason of how WWE fails is taking things away from characters that have potential only to kill them off because they don't want them getting over organically. Perfect example, Damien Sandow.
Well, they killed off Damien Sandow because he was over as fuck.
That's what he's saying.
And they didn't, right, but they didn't want him to be over. So
That's
the same thing with Rusev. It's the exact same thing with Rusev.
Well, Rusev didn't get over organically. He got over because of Aiden English.
He got over because of Aiden English. Which, what happened to that fucking feud?
Exactly.
Where did that feud go?
And
What happened with that story? Was it too risque?
Probably.
Jesus Christ.
And Joe Compton's asking what you'd like to do
It's somewhere in a Milwaukee, JP.
Joe, I'll get with you, man. I've been with Wendy here. I'm getting more free. It's been getting more free time.
Now the doctor's appointments are
few and far between.
Apart now, so instead of going every other day, so we should have more time to do things.
Yes. What'd you say, Bobbit?
That feud's probably somewhere in a Milwaukee.
It's a good point.
Do you have another burp?
Okay, I don't even have to watch it, and I can hear the fucking reaction.
Exactly. Elias is over as fuck
right now. He's a face now. He's a baby face.
He was over as fuck even as heel.
I know, but now he's a baby face.
Wow.
Elias versus Bobby Lashley at TLC. So.
Somebody's doing a really good job with this bottle.
Bobby Lashley did a radio interview earlier today. He said that if it was up to him, he would take every sports team in this city and move it to a cool city like LA.
Do you see? I seen how he did that. Did you hear? Bobby Lashley did a radio. It's something that Elias would do. Like he would say, I would take. What needs to happen in this town is we need to take them and move all the pro sports teams to another city like LA. But the Chargers left San Diego and went to LA. So he turned it on Bobby Lashley. Now he's getting cheers. That's how they're doing it, and they're doing it the right way.
Good job, little girl. See if you got a burp.
God damn.
That is every single seat lighting up right there.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I consider myself to be
All right, if you all don't follow Ronnie, please go out and get her well wishes. She just DM'd me. She's okay, but she is in the hospital. Her potassium, and I hope I'm not overstepping my bounds. Her potassium levels are low. So just if you are, she's in the chat, pop in there and fucking give her well wishes and the get better soon thing. She didn't forget, but she had to go to the hospital. She's in the hospital. That's why she's not here tonight. So Johnny, you know what's going on.
Yes, I do know. I've been knowing what's going on.
Okay, that's fine, and I'm cool with that. She said she'll let us know when she gets more information. She said take care. So if you please pop over there and tell her. Pop into the chat, or if you follow her, give her well wishes, DM her, whatever, whatnot. Ronnie, we're thinking about you. We miss you here. We really do, with your interaction.
You ready for more, baby girl? Ready for more? You're about halfway done with this bottle already. You did a good job.
JP.
You like that, Bobbit?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Want some more?
Actually, I can't stop thinking about how bad Bobby Lashley
No? Okay, we can wait. We can let your tummy rest for a little bit.
Thank God the Almighty's coming
Yes,
to
we
save
can let
the
the tummy rest a little bit.
You like that? So let me tell you what's going on. If you're not in the drama free chat, some of you aren't. Gina said that Seth Rollins is speaking truth. Everything everyone has been saying on Twitter, I like it. Anthony says about time with this that Seth spoke a pipe bomb. And Gina said that, and he said, agreed, Gina, Corbin needs to go. The bald-headed corporate penis. Drew said, don't talk about me and he's talking about me. Don't talk about JP like that, Tony. LOL. I said, yeah, you son of a bitch.
I'm pretty sure this tastes better than your hand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this tastes better.
Move the hands, turd. Wait, she will swipe. Yep, she goes right for the bottle. Heather's trying to put the bottle in her mouth, and every time Heather moves moves her hand to put the bottle in her mouth, she just puts her hand right back in her mouth. Right as she's about ready to put it in. Hey!
Okay, I'm pretty sure this tastes better and is going to fill up your belly.
Hey!
But the finger's not. Come on, sweetheart.
She's doing the whole fucking karate chop. Like, fucking do it. See, she just did it. She went like this.
So,
Haha. Mom's quicker.
Dash Alder tweets out, Seth Rollins, good guy.
Huh?
Seth Rollins, a good guy.
That was from Dash Wilder.
Yeah.
He's been tweeting out small little snippets like that all week.
And the whole thing with Baron Corbin is he's an authority figure. So I don't mind what they're saying.
Well, it actually makes sense.
Yes, it does. That doesn't mean that they're turning face.
No, because as Gina said, it's a pipe bomb.
No, Gina didn't say that.
Or whoever it was.
Anthony did.
Anthony said it. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is why we need to birth the baby girl. Yes, bubbles are painful. I know. I know, baby girl.
Shit. Hey, Bobbin, how are your Predators doing, man?
I think they're doing good. Let me look.
Okay.
Now that I'm done with football for the year, I need to get back into hockey.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're first in the Central Division right now.
Ah.
Mom's still quicker. She got your face clean.
So they're doing this match. Why? They're having a match at fucking TLC. Is this match, or is it Lio Rush is having a match?
There we go.
Lio Rush is very good.
There we go. You got any more in here?
Oh, he's Slater.
Well, he's a referee now, so.
Yeah, but I think they're telling the storyline with Heath Slater. All right, Arusha, see you later. Have a good day at work.
See you, bro.
Now you thanks for hopping in.
You got any more in there, huh? Oh, baby girl.
She's so hungry, maybe.
I'm trying to get as much air bubbles out so she doesn't poop.
Sorry, guys.
Now you got the hiccup.
Pissed off, baby.
And you're spitting out.
Lio Rush is wrestling right now, but they're limiting him. They aren't letting him do anything.
I think they're doing that on purpose to put Elias over.
Well, of course they're going to put Elias over.
And now you have the hiccup. My poor girl. Oh, my poor girl. My poor girl.
Fucking the human centipede moment, Bobbit? Really?
Oh. Well, Gino was talking about pooping mouth, so.
That's not what I said. I actually meant to say shut your mouth.
No, I was up on Gino.
I actually meant to say shut your mouth, not shit your mouth. You know I can't type very well on fucking phones.
You'll be fine.
God damn, that is so good.
Ooh, sorry, baby. I didn't mean to shake you that much.
Anybody else notice that chick is wearing Joker face paint in the crowd?
Oh, what's the matter? Huh?
You can do the electric chair.
Like, Lady Halloween was 2 months ago. Well, what are you doing, Heath?
Yeah, they're telling a story with Heath Slater.
Oh, at least it's something.
No, stop squirming. Makes it harder. You want the bubbles out?
And Heath Slater's going to be in one of these storylines where he's always going to be reffing one of the authority figures' matches.
Yep.
That's
And he's
kind
going
of
to
a
get...
shitty storyline.
Not really. It could turn out to be something good.
Oh, Wendy.
Oh my Lord in heaven, kid. Sorry guys, I got a crying baby. I can't.
You good?
I know I'm good, but it's kind of hard to talk over her. Hey! Jesus Christ. Trying to do a fucking show here.
She don't care.
She takes 2 sips and then spits the bottle out, so she's not hungry.
She's probably got a poopy diaper.
Probably.
Can we go change it, or do you want me to?
Can you? Because I changed the last one.
Alright, I have to take over the show. I gotta go change the diaper. Heather's gonna take over the show.
Everything should still be in there. Alrighty. So we got Lio Rush winning a match over Elias here. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Bob, did you see the new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer?
Not yet. I'm going to. I've been busy playing Smash Brothers.
Do you want me to send it to you, man?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? I'll watch it after the stream.
Oh.
I'll give it to you in the DM.
Alrighty.
You're gonna slide up into them DMs.
That didn't sound right, but sure.
Holy shit, the worlds we get to explore in this one are crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to hear the list?
You haven't seen it yet, Heather.
I'm sorry?
I'm surprised you didn't get you haven't seen that trailer yet for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I've been so busy with Wendy, I haven't even thought of gaming, so.
Did you want to hear the list of new worlds they're going to include?
I did hear of Pirates of the Caribbean, Wreck-It Ralph, and Monsters Inc. so far. Any others?
Yep. Kingdom of Corona, which is Tangled, Big Hero 6, Mount Olympus, Twilight Town, Monsters Inc., Mysterious Tower, Toy Story featuring Wreck-It Ralph, that's how they're including them, Frozen, and Pirates, like you said.
Okay. I could do without the Frozen, but...
Yeah.
Let it blow. Let it blow.
Do you want to build a snow dick?
Snow dick.
Trace salute.
And JP is sneezing all over Wendy now.
No, I'm not.
What do you see?
I turned away.
Sneeze for Wendy.
I sneezed all over the TV, though. Oh, there it is.
A burp?
Yeah.
There we go.
You feel better now?
I'll show
That one was seedy and runny.
Oh boy.
There
That's
you
my girl. Mwah.
So to describe this poop,
Oh, Jesus.
AP, better not.
it was like a light brown yellow. I'm kidding, but
AP, I believe.
If only something like that would work on Trek.
I'm done, Bobbit.
Hi, baby girl. You ready for more food? Huh? You ready for some more food? Or we're just chilling out right now? Because you got just about half of that bottle done already.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, good.
Okay, Bob, I sent it to you and Heather, so you'll have the article linked in your DMs.
Cool, thank you.
No problem.
What are you talking?
No problem.
You don't mind. You good? Okay. Okay. You're a good girl. What was the advice your mother gave you? What did your mom say on the phone when you told her about my stitches?
Oh, nothing. It wasn't bad. It was just. She goes, how's everything going? I said, Wendy's doing fine. Heather, is dealing with her
Johnny, do you want the trailer too?
stitches.
Sure. Why not?
Cool, man.
Oh.
I'll DM it to you on Twitter here.
Kingdom Hearts suck.
Oh, soak your gold, take a bath. Mom said go take a bath, then sit in bubbles.
Actually, I played the first one. I didn't like it.
Oh,
They're coming down this weekend. They bring girls. We're gonna go to the mall.
okay.
So I have a question for you, Bob.
Tell me.
What is that?
Sorry,
So
guys.
is the go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You were talking.
Bob, is the Super NES Classic worth it?
Yes.
Because it's supposed to drop a price after Christmas, so I'm looking into it.
If you like Super Nintendo, yeah, I recommend it wholeheartedly.
Sorry, guys. I had to mute. Sorry, I had to mute because Heather literally asked me a question that I didn't want any of you guys to hear. So.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
Alright. But yeah, Trester, now that you can mod them and add your own games and stuff to them, I highly recommend it.
So I'm thinking after
And
Christmas.
modding, it's like do modding a Super Nintendo Classic is fucking easy as shit.
This is probably why live Raw sucks, is because they do more talking in between matches when nothing's going on inside of the fucking ring. They could probably do more filler time. They probably could have fucking continued a couple of matches while they talked about what they're talking about. It's fucking ridiculous.
job on this bottle, little girl.
Takes place Sunday at TLC streaming live on the WWE Network. Natalia will take on Rudy Riott, looking to right the wrongs. You win a tables match by putting your opponent through the tables. Well, as we mentioned, it's been quite the night here on Monday Night Raw. Drew McIntyre was defeated by Brock Lesnar last week thanks to Finn Balor, but then McIntyre would take out Balor. Balor not here tonight due to injuries. He flipped off, was going to win the rematch again. Drew McIntyre, however, refused to be put down. The Scottish Terminator, hungry to avenge last week's humiliation of the
God.
kick, flattening the show up and evening the score. And it wasn't over here because Drew McIntyre would try to end the career of Dolph Ziggler, much like he did with Finn Balor last week.
The fact that Baron Corbin is not out here to rectify is to do something about this absurd situation, it's shameful.
Well, again, it goes back to the theme of this night, where Baron Corbin continues to reward those who are his friends, who are on his quote, right side of history. The Drew McIntyres and the Bobby Lashley's.
He has zero credibility at this point, no leadership.
What's the matter with him, man? He did a good job. By the way, he's a good buddy, former tag team partner Black. You gotta get over the fact that he ended his career. What are you doing? I'm going home. No, you're not. You have another match to referee tonight.
See? And it's going to be Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
TLC match.
Oh, here comes the fucking segment. I hope they ask my question. I answered all these questions to Bobbitt and Trek on fucking Saturday. She doesn't look too happy. Maybe she's going to ask, because I asked her a question. Not really a question. I told her what I thought of her. Do you all want to hear the... I'm actually going to fucking read what I told you. Some of you liked it and retweeted it. But I'm going to read it to you just because, well, it's funny.
She got bigger boobs.
Well, we know she did. That's why she's not wrestling right now.
Big ass and huge boobs.
I think Alexa's about to introduce a woman who needs no introduction. The irresistible force, Nia Jax, of course, maintaining them at her side.
It says, and it was under the hashtag Ask Alexa thing. She said, ask good questions. I said, Alexa, why don't you quit wrestling? You don't know how to. You bore me with your monotonous voice and monologue. You make me want to stick my head in a vat of acid. That's the question I asked her. Fucking great. Sorry.
So angry.
Right?
No, you're not.
Wake up! Wake up, Bijou.
Nia's not winning the title.
Of Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
Are you done?
Getting cracked in the head with those 4-ounce gloves at UFC really done a number on Ronda's logic. Now, if she had half her brain left, and she doesn't, she would walk out here tonight and lay the title right here at my feet so she can avoid the beating and humiliation that's coming to her at TLC.
She already beat you once, and quite handily, if I might add.
I realize Ronda comes from a world where you have to talk trash at the height of a fight. I don't talk trash.
You just
Bullshit.
did.
That's what you're doing right now.
Tall,
Yes.
300
Yes, I like it.
Samoan woman. I am Ronda Rousey's worst nightmare.
Yeah, you are. That I can fucking legit say is true.
I believe you are my worst nightmare too. I don't want you to sit on me. I'm sorry, was I not supposed to say that?
I don't fucking care.
Broke little Miss
get your nails did, girl.
And I did it with one punch.
That's not an accomplishment.
No, it's not.
If anything, it makes you look like a bitch considering they don't know if she's going to be able to.
That's true.
That's why you got so much heat on you, which is why you'll never be champion, which is why you will sit there, die sad and lonely in a vat of Bluebell ice cream.
Wow. Just why don't you tell me how you really fucking feel? Let me hit the record button.
I'm also a strategist. Ronda Rousey is a world-class judo champion. She is a Strikeforce champion. She is the UFC champion and the current Raw Women's champion. So if by chance she avoids my knockout punch and grabs my arm,
So Anthony apologized to me in the chat.
I'm going to open his fist. I'm going to pry her hand off my arm. I'm going to
That was a good one.
with her, and then I'm going to break her face. This hand that took Becky Lynch away from her adoring fans. This hand that's going to be holding my
God damn.
Good fucking God.
when I erase the myth of Ronda Rousey and TLC.
You gonna have to scream.
No shit.
I think I just lost hearing.
Yeah, she is crap.
I did not come here to hit my poses and talk about fighting. I came here to fight. Uh-oh, here comes Rousey. And Nia Jax and Tamina think twice about it. Discretion's the better part of valor. Wise decision. Well, Nia knows she's got Ronda for the title on Sunday. Exactly. Why would you jeopardize that tonight?
Trying to get under the skin of Ronda Rousey.
Strategize with Nia and Tamina. And now Ronda's got some backup.
A woman with a common enemy in Nia Jax.
And Tamina. Ever alone. Is that all parts of problems with Nia and Tamina in recent weeks?
There's Johnny's waifu.
Brenda Marshall coming up next when she takes on Tamina.
She's married now. I've forgotten all about her.
And we're gonna have a tag match next.
The tag match we've seen before.
You feel better?
F-A-B-U-L-O-U. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And now we did exactly what we said we're gonna do. We are one step closer to entering the Rumble at number 30.
No, that's not a fucking exercised fucking demon. That's a woman that doesn't know how to fucking cut a promo.
Exactly.
That's what that is. She doesn't know how to fucking yell. She's like, that made no sense to scream like that. That didn't even. It sounded like
Dying pig.
yeah. Whoa. Look, don't know if that was a fat joke,
No,
Heather.
it was not.
Okay.
It was purely just based on the sound of her voice.
That's okay. Yeah, she did sound like a dying pig.
I'll say it. She sounded just how she looked.
Oh, for sure.
Damn.
All right. I hope my stream doesn't get shut down for.
I'm sorry.
I was talking about a literal pig. You know, one of those things that you make pork
They're
out
one
of.
and the same thing, like you know.
Again.
Here at the Cold Bone Show, we would like to apologize for Johnny's commentary.
Yeah, the opinions expressed on this show are not exactly those of the Cold Bone Show.
I come with a disclaimer. I am really offensive, and I don't give a shit about your feelings.
I am sure you don't. Again, these opinions expressed on this show.
Like Nia Nia Jax would be so happy if they gave her a corn dog as a dildo.
Again, these opinions expressed on this show.
What the fuck?
That would give a whole new definition to the meaning smothered and covered.
Again, these fucking opinions expressed by Johnny Sinister are not those of the Cole Bone Show.
You're good now?
I'm going to put that. I'm going to have Heather put that in the I'm going to have Heather put that down at the bottom of the description. The opinions expressed on the show are not those of the Cole Bone Show unless the Cole Bone himself says them.
TSS, yeah, it's oh my gosh. Rewind about 2 minutes earlier, TSS, you'll hear it.
Down here. There. There we go. Do you want a little more of your bottle?
Hey, it's not my fault that Nia Jax would make Ray Charles flinch.
Again, the opinions expressed on this show by Johnny Ray Sinister are not those of the Cole Bone Show and are therefore hereby...
Hey, wait a minute. You can't get away with that. You know why? Because you always tell people that I'm a valuable asset to the Cole Bone Show.
Damn it!
Well, JP just buried himself.
Watch out.
In other words, you're fucked.
True. You got me there. So I'm still going to put the disclaimer down there.
Well, should use it to start off the show sometimes.
You know, I'm really starting to think though that Tamina and Nia Jax are like lesbian lovers. They would be perfect for each other. I mean, Tamina does look like a fucking dyke cunt.
Well, that I can agree with. I'm not going to fucking argue. That opinion is expressed by the Cole Bone Show.
I can already see it happening. One show we're going to have where that's all JP's going to be able to say.
Probably.
You know, they keep on making Ember Moon fight them because she wouldn't join their fucking lesbian club.
Yep.
See, this is why I think you're so hungry.
She probably is.
I'm coming. Hey.
Thank you, David. We try.
Slow down just a little bit, girly girl. You keep almost choking yourself. It's really worrying me. Why do you keep worrying, Mama? Is Mommy not holding you right? Is that the problem?
I don't think that Ronda Rousey's taking her eye off the prize for 1 second. I've never seen somebody more focused, more determined than Ronda Rousey.
Oh my God.
Well, I know one thing I'm getting for Christmas this year.
I can't. What did you say, Bobbit? You're really low.
What?
I know what I'm getting for Christmas this year. One thing.
A new microphone?
Eyeball your chin.
Okay.
You heard that one, didn't you?
He's getting a Nia Jax blow-up doll.
Is it a raft? Okay, the voice dicks, the opinions expressed.
Wait, if he Wait, if it's a Nia Jax float, though, when you have to pour flour over to find the wet spot?
Oh!
Yes, it's the we got your joke, buddy.
No, Bobby, you're gotten it wrong. It wouldn't be flour. It would be sugar.
I know. Is it the?
Oh.
Is it Nia? Nia really wanted Ember to give her the eclipse. Is that the joke?
No, look at the last word.
Her fucking ass is a fucking eclipse. She don't need any kind of a fucking eclipsing. What the fuck are you talking about? Her ass is so fucking big, I would even be worried.
No, look at the last word on that, JP. Look at the last word.
Oh, I thought he spelt it wrong. Gotcha.
Yeah, I did do it first.
Oh, I'm not looking at the chat, so I
So-
don't.
So
Essentially-
I guess it's safe to say that
Go ahead, Bobbit.
one of Nia's farts is a cause of global warming.
Hey, I done figured
So
out.
the opinions expressed on the Cole Bone Show are not
It's not-
those.
It wasn't a punch. It wasn't a punch that fucked up Becky's face. It was a Nia Jax fart. That shit's like acid, man.
Yeah.
The opinions expressed on the show do not represent the entire cast of the Cole
Shut
Bone
the
Show.
fuck
Thank you
up.
very
That's
much.
my
Fuck
line,
up, Trek.
motherfucker. The opinions expressed by Trek do not matter on this show.
Do not matter.
Trekster is the equivalent of a hobo that we found on the side corner. We just keep him there because we pity him. No. Oh, I got Drew really fucking good on Saturday.
Oh, did you? I left the show. I had to.
Bobby, wait, was you there for that? Or no,
Yeah, I
Trek was
was.
there.
I was-
Because there was a derailment, and it said we had to roast one, and I wasn't going to do it, but I finally did it. And I said, I got a good one for you, Drew. I was like, I really wish you would find your own goddamn material and quit asking everybody else if you can use theirs.
So,
And he didn't know what I meant.
Ember Moon beats Tamina, and not so much Ronda Rousey was standing tall, but I'm starting to worry about what's going to happen at TLC. I really am.
No.
Yeah.
Are they going to give the fat bitch a title?
They
She
might.
She can't even fucking put it around her goddamn waist.
Oh,
I mean, good God, she can barely fit it around her goddamn fucking shoulder. I mean, it's not even a fucking shoulder. It's like a fucking goddamn hammock.
She can't fit it around her leg. I am so sorry. Anyway, no.
Oh my God.
No. Anyway,
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 3 months.
if at all. What was I gonna say? I forgot. It had to do with the feud. It had to do with Nia and the feud, and it wasn't a fat joke. God, never mind. I'm gonna apologize. We're picking on Nia. We're not picking on. Oh, Nia can't even jump 2 inches off fucking ground to do a leg drop. That's what I was gonna say. I was literally pissed about that fucking last week.
No, we're not making fun of fat people. I mean, most of us are fat here on the fucking show. I mean, good God. We have our fat card. Me and Bobbit have our fat cards. We can get away with that shit.
Yes,
I'd say that very lovingly, Bobbit.
Yes, it's okay.
I know.
Arushin Chu said, I know, and fuck it, we're already there. We might as well just keep fucking going. I know, Arushin Chu said, I know what Nia Jax is getting for Christmas, a Bobbit blow-up doll.
No,
Aaron.
because see, the reason why it wouldn't work is because it wouldn't last but about maybe 5 minutes because she'd probably eat it.
Oh, no. Nia Jax, Aaron says, and not Aaron Reed, Aaron says, Nia Jax's ass is so big, Toadfany looks at her and goes, damn. That's bad.
That's a name.
No, that was actually a really good one, to be honest with you, because Nia Jax can fuck off. Nia screams like that on every reality star on okay. David Wells. Nia looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Oh. Yeah, we'll see you in 3 months, folks.
No.
Nia Jax screams like that.
Nia's vagina looks like the Starlight Pit.
Oh.
See you in 6 months.
It was a good run, folks.
It was a good run, folks. I at least made it. I made it 1 year.
We'll be
Nia Jax, the reason why Nia Jax screams is because she forgot she left the piccolo in her asshole.
It's true.
I wonder if somebody just maybe turned her vibrator up really high at that moment. Because that's the only way she's going to get any kind of satisfaction. I mean, there's no dick on this planet that could possibly satisfy something that big.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Not even a jackhammer.
You could probably, and Nia's Jax, a good definition of a good time is probably heading. Just kind of spread them open, stick your head on in there, and just be like, hello, hello, hello.
Is that a bat I see? I'm just kidding.
Hey, there's Heath Slater's career.
Oh. Hey, there's Ty Dillinger.
Oh!
You can come out anytime, man.
No wonder they were calling him the perfect 10.
So that's where the revival.
Because when he dove in her vagina, it didn't even make a sound.
See, now there is a high spot that you need to have happen. Have Ricochet do a 450 right into her vagina. But knowing him, he probably overshot and just hit her clit.
Well, you might actually fall into that, too.
Well, that little spot in between the clit and the fucking hole is pretty big. I mean... See, only on the Cold Bone Show can we turn a wrestling show into a fucking sex ed education. And it's usually not the good kind.
Right?
Look what I'll put in the chat.
What? I'm playing a game right now. You'll have to tell me. Instead of telling me to look, Track. How about that? Why can't you be goddamn useful for once?
He said... She. Is it even possible to find a vibrator big enough for an ass like Nia's? I mean, for Christ's sake, it'd have to be the size of a battleship.
How do you think they impregnate elephants?
Right? Oh, good God. Birthing elephants. This show is taking a turn for the worse.
That it has. We still have a half
I'm gonna have to make a disclaimer. The opinions expressed on this show are not those of the Cold Bone Show. Even though I have said some pretty derogatory shit, this is kind of going overboard.
See, and then what? But then what you're running the risk of is TSS sitting there making a video about it.
That's true.
Aaron says, Johnny, that explains why Horton came into this world and is able to hear the who's.
Who said that?
Alpha.
Who?
Alpha Excalibur.
Alpha? I cannot do it because you're a mod, but put yourself in timeout.
Oh, I can put him in a timeout. What did he say?
That explains why Horton came into this world and is able to hear the who's.
That was bad. That was bad, Alpha. I'm disappointed.
That was Trexter bad.
Now go look up nude photos of Nia in shame. That is your punishment.
Oh God.
Actually, I'm sorry. That's a little bit unrealistic. There are no nude photos of Nia Jax. That shit will never get leaked.
True.
That woman is safe. Anyway, I'm sorry, JP, in advance for getting your fucking channel banned.
Yeah. He gets banned, he gets banned. What are you gonna do?
Free speech, motherfuckers.
True. I don't think they'll really. We'll see.
We're almost done with this bottle, kid.
It's good. I do want to apologize for. In all reality, I know it was funny, but it really wasn't. I was laughing at the fact that, look, Nia is garbage. She is. She's straight up garbage. Was what we were doing not cool? Probably. And probably right, it wasn't. And yeah. But I can't honestly sit here. If she wants to come on and fucking, fucking do whatever, say whatever, be whatever. She's fucking, in a sense, she's done it to herself. To be honest with you. She fat shames herself. To be honest with you.
Hey, fat shaming works.
It got her the title. So for that, I do want to say that I am not an advocate of bullying or picking on people, but so yeah, I apologize. If I offended anybody, I'm sorry.
You gotta ruin all my fun.
I know, but I did want to put that out there.
Okay. I will be a good co-host and say, I am sorry. Of course, I don't mean that she's a fat fucking slob that doesn't need to be in the ring. And I'd rather fucking gouge my eyes out with fucking acid and while listening to the well talk. Yep. But that's besides the point.
I get it. I get it.
I do apologize.
No, it's fine.
And there we go.
Nice. 4
I ain't
ounces.
apologizing for shit.
4 ounces all gone. That's my girl.
You want my apology? Here's my apology.
See, this is why I think it's okay because, you know, Bobbitt don't care. And I'm not picking on Bobbitt and his weight. I'm not.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, like, come on. I mean, like me and Bobbin are a couple big guys.
Yeah.
So, it's not like fat people can fucking talk about other fat people.
No, I'm gonna call bullshit on that. You can't pick on me because I'm skinny, then, motherfucker.
I pick on you regardless. Remember, I don't give a fuck.
Well, then I don't give a fuck either.
Well, goddamn it! Well, it's this not. I'll get. Well, we're not, definitely not giving Nia any fucks. So
No. But she's garbage. I don't feel one bit bad for her. She allowed the fucking WWE to fucking put her fucking make her wait a fucking storyline.
Yep.
So her bitching about when she bitched at Grimm's Toy Show, I'm like, really? You want to fucking do a storyline about Nia Jax and fucking when Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax were feuding about your weight, but yet when fucking Grimm's Toy Show says something, you shit all over him. You hypocritical fucking cunt. That's all I have to fucking say about that.
well, you know, in all honesty, you know, and this is probably another problem that they really do have is they have gotten way too fucking sensitive.
It's true. Well, we haven't been shut down yet, so.
It's a miracle.
I don't think it's a miracle. I don't think it's. Look. People want to fucking shit all over me for fucking saying it. I don't care. It's my show. I take full responsibility for it. Whatever.
Because trust me, at the end of this, he'll be sitting there scolding every one of us.
Oh, no, I won't. I'm not going to.
Got a big bubble in there.
Nope, we're going on a plane ride.
Huh?
So, give me a second, I'll explain it. So Heather just fed Wendy, and she drank like 4 ounces.
That whole bottle.
She
Right
drank this whole bottle.
Oh, nice.
And sometimes she don't. We sit here and burp her. Like I sat here for a half hour one day, she would not burp. So one of the nurses showed us a trick where if you tilt her and have her head, you know, and her feet up in the air, not like fucking at a 90-degree angle where you're sitting there like this with the kid, but just tilt her head a little bit. That'll fucking cause the bubble to fucking go to the top and then burp her. So I call it the plane. When I do it like I'm swooping her like a plane.
Oh, okay.
So I call it. Let's go for a plane ride.
Nice.
Okay, swooping.
Swiggity with sloog.
Okay, so this is the main event. They're going to let Baron Corbin wrestle for one whole half hour.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yes, he's wrestling Baron Corbin for one. This is the main event. They're at the main event. Seth Rollins.
Does
and
anybody know what the hell?
No, nobody knows, Bobbit. Nobody's ever known.
No, what the fuck does Seth Rollins' shirt mean?
Seth Rollins? Oh, Seth fucking Rollins?
Seth freaking Rollins.
Or Seth freaking Rollins, whatever.
Okay.
We don't have to be PG on the on this channel. It's Seth fucking Rollins.
But yes.
I thought it was a band shirt at first. I was like, what the hell is that?
TSS says Shrek plus Schnitzky equals Lars Sullivan.
Oh.
And I can't disagree with it.
You know what? I can't disagree with that either.
And that's not making fun of the guy. He literally looks like a cross between Shrek and Schnitzky. The heel bobbing character would be no bobbing with the T-shirt of a parody of the No Daniel Bryan T-shirt, but was saying no bobs.
Who said that?
TSS.
Oh.
I think it's a great gimmick. A great idea for a T-shirt for Bobbit.
That is a good idea.
I can try.
How much she ate, I really don't want to take the cheese.
Hi, here we go. We're going for a plane ride. Can I have that before she fucking loses her fucking shit all over me? Thank you. You're gonna have to make supper then.
I thought that was fine.
Give me a second, honey. Alright, ready? Yeah, I know. Dad's got your face smashed into my fucking shoulder.
Way to go, Dad.
Sounds like I'm beating the fuck out of her, but I'm not.
It sounds like you was beating off for the first second. I was like, what the fuck are you doing over there?
I am trying to burp my daughter, you dumbass.
You're gross, Bobbit. That was just gross.
No, I know that, but the way it sounds.
Ready?
People these days.
And if she don't burp, she don't burp. She just took her time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a burp. Good girl. Hi. Next thing you know, she's gonna fucking puke all over. Hey, baby girl. She burp a little bit. You could probably start making it. You could probably start making it. You're just not gonna take that far. She did burp a little bit. Mom has more luck burping her than I do. Now she's got the hiccups.
Thanks, SS.
Are you done?
She's laying there like she's dead.
she's moving. You just want to lay right here. Now she just wants to lay on my chest.
And hiccup away.
No, she's got the hiccups too. I know, baby. Could give her tummy time. Want to give her tummy time?
Maybe better.
Hmm?
Maybe better do it tomorrow. She's a little more awake.
She is awake. What do you mean? Look at her. Kid's fucking moving. Kid won't stay still. Want me to Lion King her ass? I'm gonna Lion King her ass. Oh, there's a spit up. Jack, shut up! Oh boy. This poor kid will not burp. Oh my god, my toe. Oh, my toe. I dropped my phone on my toe. What you looking at? You're looking at me like you want to eat my face right now. Hmm? Hmm?
Leader Schnitzel. Trek, do you go to a Winnie Hut Juniors?
No.
That's not what I heard.
There's more spit up.
Oh, okay, TSS. That makes more sense.
Fucking TSS. Don't tell me anyone else thought JP's dog surprise kicked him in the nuts again before he said, oh, "Ow, my toe."
I'll be right back.
All right.
Alright, thanks for the warning.
He's gonna go to Super Weenie Hut Juniors.
You got the hiccups pretty good there, kid. All right. Somebody needs to put you. You need to be put down in your chair. You want to go to your chair? Hmm? I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go. I'm just going right over here. She will not let go. Let go. Happy? You can have happy all day. Hi, baby. Ouch! Just smacked my knee. When you start fussing, I'll come over there and get you, but I don't think you're gonna fuss anytime soon. Oh shit, man. All right, give me a second, man. I will. All right, give me a second. Sorry, guys. I've been a little bit distracted trying to burp her. And...
I'm not sure about the Dean Ambrose is gonna get involved in this match.
It's kind of the story they've been telling, Bobbitt.
Nobody tell Trickster there's a pizza commercial on.
I put her over there. You just put her back over here so you can see her. She seems contented. Yeah. What?
Yes, that's what really gets Trek going. Is that the pizza is extra cheesy and is stuffed crust.
See, Trek, the pizza thing is still got fucking legs, man.
Yep.
Seahawks 6-0. Thanks, Ace.
Thanks, Ace. 6-0. Who are they playing? Vikings?
Yes. You pick Seahawks, I pick Vikings.
Fucking hey. No, that's good. I had a really bad fucking day yesterday.
But the Packers won, though.
I'm talking about picks, Bob. I think I picked the Pack. Did I pick the Packers? Did I pick the Falcons? I was really pissed off at the Packers.
No, you picked the Packers.
I almost picked the fucking Falcons.
I almost did too, but just like with my Ravens, I had a gut feeling.
Honestly, I'm still not fucking buying. Still not fucking buying fucking them firing him.
God.
What, the bright colors?
Yes.
Yeah, that's their
Fucking bunch of highlighters out on the field right now.
it's colored. It's a, I'm gonna say this one thing, and this is in regards to the and we'll talk more about this tomorrow. In regards to the Becky, Charlotte, and fucking Asuka thing, I am going to say this now. People need to take a step back. I'm going to call it now. I don't think Becky is going to be the main event at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. With what we've seen on SmackDown the last few days, that's what they're building to. Becky got overshadowed again. Becky kind of put her foot in her mouth yesterday with the tweet she put out to Charlotte, saying that, well, what? How did she word that?
It was a meme that she put together. It was Mrs. One Day of Raw, One Day of SmackDown for this, and it shows her with her broken face.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlotte it's a picture of Charlotte zoomed in on her breast saying she misses 1 month of SmackDown. Can't remember why.
And Charlotte tweeted back at her and said, I never missed a fucking day as champion. Becky has. So Becky kind of fucking put herself in a corner in that one. Charlotte defended the title with a leaking boob.
And credit goes to Bobbitt for finding that tweet.
Yes. Thank you, Bobbitt.
Mm-hmm.
So Becky's kind of fucking burying herself, kind of, with what she's tweeting out. Because she's tweeting out fallacies. Not so much fallacies, but Charlotte's catching her at every corner with what she's tweeting. But we'll talk more about it tomorrow. We'll talk more about that for sure tomorrow. You still have that. You can find that tweet, right?
I should be able to. Just go to Becky's account.
Yeah, I'll just... Good luck with that one. Because people retweet shit. She retweets shit.
Yeah, what if I go into the media thing? It'll be easier to find.
Okay.
Go into media and links and stuff like that.
Right.
I haven't seen any pictures from her recently. So
Right. Okay.
should be pretty easy to find that way. Well, that's okay, Sarah. 13-0 Seattle now. Thank you. Of course, I'll take a third.
What?
Question note got buried.
Pick-a-berry?
The notepad got buried.
Shit over there?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's not like you're...
I'll not do it tonight. I don't have the energy to.
Okay. Oh, you're good. Hey, young lady. Don't flip me off. What's wrong with you? I'm just kidding. She's not. I'm not even paying attention to this match. I'm sorry. It's okay match. It's not great. It's good.
I had a stretch.
You had to stretch?
Yeah. Oh, I love snow days. I don't have to work. Life is good.
I know, right?
I can sit around and lump tomorrow. Or get naked, whichever one I want to do. Have a good night, Joe. Hope everything works out for you.
Yep. Have a good night, Joe. Like I said, we're all thinking about you. Prayers to you, brother. We're thinking about you. If you ain't doing anything tomorrow, swing back in, and we'll try to take your mind off of stuff for the next couple hours anyway. If you need to talk to anybody, you know where to find me.
If you want to hear horrible jokes, where you know where Trexter is.
Okay, exactly. Again.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I'm not going to lose my absolute monkey shit if fucking Seth Rollins loses the title. I'm not going to lose it.
Are you trying to convince yourself or those in the chat?
No, I'm not even convinced because I'm not going to lose my shit if they're. I said it. I don't think the Seth Rollins Dean Ambrose feud needs a title. It don't.
Mm-hmm. And thank you, Trek and Cody, for putting Gina's link in there for us tonight multiple times.
Thank you. She deserves it.
No problem, guys. Anytime.
She deserves
Anytime.
it. She's a very deserving mother, very deserving person in general. I know I seen some of you have already donated, and it's a great thing. And she's thankful. Trust me.
Oh shit!
So Baron Corbin, Heath Slater's turning heel. How much do you want to bet Finn Balor, or not Finn Balor, Braun Strowman comes out?
It wouldn't shock me.
Nope, here comes Seth Rollins. Through the table. Oh, they curb stomp, isn't he? Just did the curb stomp.
Oh.
Interesting. And still, again, no interruption from Dean.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. You're probably going to get it here in a second, but nope, you're not, because the show's over.
Yeah.
You got a promo by Dean, and that was it. Unless he comes out and pushes him off and stands over him. I don't know what they're. Nope. See, there he is. He's just gonna come to the top of the. I've seen them do this hundreds of times. Unless he comes in and pushes him over. Nope. He's gonna stand at the.
He's gonna stand on the ramp and just
stare. He did. That's what he's doing. Okay, so that's how the show ends.
I kind of like the fact that they're not interrupting each other's flow.
Well, they did kind of. I wasn't a bad show. Was it great? No. It was better than the last 2 fucking weeks. I'll tell you that fucking much right now. The build to the show, we have TLC. I don't know the matches that's going on. We'll talk about that more tomorrow in review of Raw, which is what we'll do tomorrow. But other than that, it was a decent show. It wasn't great. I'm not going to fucking do cartwheels over it. The best thing about the show was the beginning of the show and the promo that Seth Rollins cut. That was the best part of the show. I think we can all agree here. I know that Johnny and Trek don't watch the show, but I'm pretty sure that Heather will agree with me and Bobbitt will agree with me. The promo that Seth Rollins cut was really good. And it was speaking
I've
truth.
heard it was.
Okay, so you heard it. So that's all I have to say about that. Shit. I gotta sneeze.
The 20 sneeze salute.
Excuse me. All right. I'm going to try to get out of here because I got stuff to do. Tomorrow we'll be back again at the same time. Like I said, we'll get back into the full swing of things with our shows. And for the Nia Jax thing, I am sorry. Again, whatever. Shouldn't have done it, but hey, You get caught up in the moment, it happens. The only downfall of the show was having to do something that I didn't want to do, but had to be done. And I stand by my decision. I can't. Nothing I can do about it.
You
I
won't be
warned.
a fucking idiot like that. You're
I
gonna
warned.
get what you deserve.
I warned, and that's the best I can do. I gave you that one shot. Again, I'm not gonna ban. I'm not gonna block you on Twitter. I'm not gonna do any of that. If you still want to talk to me, that's fine. Other than that, I don't have much. Bobbitt, final thoughts?
It was a better show than what we've been getting. Still boring, but I'm kind of excited for TLC now, kind of.
Okay. We'll go over the match set that Raw has for TLC tomorrow. Trexter, any thoughts on the show? Make sure you watch it.
So I heard some of Seth Rollins' promos sounded good. I'm glad he was kind of dropping the, as you call, pipe bomb. I don't know. He's kind of dropping the truth.
I wouldn't call it a pipe bomb because I think Vince told him what CM Punk did. Because they did.
Entirely a shoot.
That was entirely a shoot. It wasn't. It was no knowledge that WWE had been, the ratings are dropping. That really wasn't a pipe bomb. The pipe bomb essentially was CM Punk shitting on fucking Triple H, Stephanie, and Vince McMahon. That's what the pipe bomb was. Explaining what's going on. He broke. You want to talk about breaking the fourth wall? He broke it.
That's breaking the fourth wall.
So yeah. He really didn't drop a pipe bomb or didn't say anything that we didn't already notice. Again, and I say what CM Punk did, he broke the fourth wall. That's a pipe bomb. Yeah. Johnny, your thoughts?
I mean, it's one good Raw. I will give, a one good decent Raw. Better than, from what I've been hearing in the last couple weeks. Is there a lot that needs to be done still? Yes.
Oh, of course.
But if the way tonight, judging by your demeanor and the overall feel, I would say it's a step in the right direction.
Yep, it's a step in the right direction, and I totally agree. I don't know, Heather, if you want to give your thoughts.
Tonight's show wasn't terrible as it has been, but they still have a long way to go to turn any kind of corner.
Right, and I agree 100%.
And here's some late breaking news. Finn Balor will not be at the Mixed Match Challenge tomorrow night. Apollo Crews will be taking his place.
So that's why they had that's why they had Apollo Crews there tonight. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. So that being said, I'm going to end the stream here because we have to make food. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think we got it.
All right. So that being said, you guys have a great night, and we will talk to you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thanks for being here, everybody.